Hey guys, what is up? I am LC. Welcome back to my channel. I know that it has been a minute. I've just been dealing with some really annoying stuff lately. I'll get into it. I got suggested this idea from an old friend of mine named Morgan. I thought it was an awesome idea, so I decided to do it. But then, sadly, my vacation has been halted, at least for a moment. I'm depressed. This is basically just kind of the way that I pack my makeup for a trip. So, yeah. Number one, you don't need these, okay? These are big and bulky, and they're just gonna take up more space in your suitcase, which is not what you want. Take this one, for example. It's really cute, right? You wanna have your cute makeup bags on vacation with you, right? Wrong. This is not going to be malleable, if that's the right word. It's not going to fold easily once it's all full with stuff. The items inside are not going to help it be able to bend and fold. You know, it's not full right now, so I can kind of fold it around, but it's still pretty big and clunky. Get yourself some Ziploc bags like these, and you're going to have a better time. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about when it comes to these Ziploc bags, all right? I'm going to show you my suitcase. So this is what my suitcase is looking like right now. So everything's all packed up, right? I have these cases for my jewelry. Now they're not the best for luggage. I almost wasn't able to use them because, you know, obviously these, you can't squish, you can't do anything, but they are amazing for organizing your jewelry. I've got earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and then another necklace. I feel like it just keeps them safe. They're not gonna get too tangled. I have a lot of chokers, so those don't get tangled anyways. I know that this isn't makeup, but like it's a useful trick, okay? I think I got these at the dollar store or something, and they're great. Oh yeah, and they stack together and come apart. So what I like to do to make sure things are extra safe is I kind of put a thin layer of clothes on the bottom of my suitcase, and then in the middle of the clothes is where you're gonna put the makeup, so then you have some clothes to put on top so everything's nice and packed and secured, kind of like bubble wrap, but without the bubble wrap. Another good tip for packing is to roll your clothes. You see how these are kind of rolled up? It makes them so much smaller and gives you so much more room. I don't know if you already knew that, but it's really useful. You're probably saying, wow, that's a lot of makeup to bring on a trip. Yep, it is. It is a lot. So number one thing I want to say is that you do not need to bring this much makeup if you do not wear this much makeup. You know, it's all based on what you wear and what you do and what's going to be good for you. This, I know, seems like a lot for some people, but this is as small as I could put it, and I am going on this trip with my friend, so this is for both of us. So first things first, organize your makeup per face, kind of like you do when you're putting them on the shelf. Well, put them in the bags that way. For example, this is eyeliners, glitter glue, lash glue, mascara, and a couple eye primers as well. That is how I normally would put them in my makeup bag for storage anyways, so that's how I put them when I'm traveling. Now we have lipsticks. This is an excessive amount of lipsticks. You do not need this many. Once again, I'm gonna repeat myself. This was for me and my friend. But what I do think is a good trick for traveling is bring maybe 2 or 3 of your favorite nude, whatever your favorite everyday shade is, bring 2 or 3 so that you have a couple options, but they are your favorites. Then bring a couple fun colors. As you can see, I've got, this lilac-y blue, this bright pink. I've got blues and purples. I got a black. Bring a few. You don't need to bring this many, but bring 2 or 3 fun, colorful lipsticks because you're on vacation, you're having fun. Be a little different, be a little out there. And once again, you see, Ziploc bag. Rather than putting it into a makeup bag, having it like this, it can really flatten them all out and they can all fit. It's just so much better. I got my 2 favorite bronzers, a beauty blender, which you really only need 1. You don't need more, but I do suggest some sort of case like this. It just helps. It really does, okay? It helps. This is Real Techniques. And then I got a blush. Like I said, package things together. Bronzers and blush They go together, put them in the bag together, you know where they are when you get to the hotel. These are a couple highlighters. I kind of just brought some fun favorite ones of mine. I brought a couple cream ones. These are the Super Shock ones for ColourPop. I do want to say that you could probably put your highlighters with your bronzer and blushes if you wanted to. I just personally wanted to keep them separate. It's just easier for me to know where everything is. But yeah, that's something that you could put together is bronzer, blushes, and highlight. If you can fit them, do it. This bag is just extra. These are just liquids that I wanted to make sure were in a separate bag just in case anything happened. These are my face powders. They could probably go with your foundations and stuff, but since these are a powder, I just wanted to have them separate just in case any foundations exploded or anything. We're down to the two final bags, which are the biggest bags. These are gallon bags, I believe, and my lord, these are all of my face products. I have concealer, foundation, and primer, and my cream contour, spray, all that crap. And yeah, that's that. And then of course, brushes. Whew, this is excessive. Now, all these big brushes you see, those are all my face brushes. So those are for sure, I'm gonna need those no matter what for myself. Now, the eye brushes, honestly, if it was just my makeup I had to worry about, I'd probably bring half of these eye brushes. You wanna have some of these flat brushes to do, some cut creasing or whatever, but the fluffy brushes, you would really only need a few and you're good to go. Now, you're probably thinking, Leah, where the heck are all your eyeshadows? You showed us a bunch of face stuff, but where are the eyes? Where are they? What are you talking about? This is my carry-on bag, and this is where my eyeshadows and things like that are super breakable. You obviously have to be careful with liquids on the plane, but eyeshadow palettes, those are a pressed powder, those are totally fine to bring on your carry-on, so please do. You want to make sure those things don't get broken, and it's just all around better, okay? I mostly have a carry-on just for that, for extra things. I don't really have things I have to bring on the plane. It's just extra space because most planes and flights allow you one suitcase and one carry-on, so that's just, yeah. Now, with this one, I do say that a makeup bag is okay. I'm using my Kylie one only because it's the biggest one I have, so yeah, don't judge me. So this is all my precious palettes that I really want to be careful with. I've got my Kat Von D Metal Crush highlight palette. I've got my MAC Real Glow. I threw some lashes in here just because I forgot about them at first. Basically, just my palettes. I've got a highlighting palette. I've got a blush palette. This blush palette is awesome. It's from BH Cosmetics and it's extreme, it's so good for traveling. Any type of makeup product that you're not super picky with, try to have something like this, something where it's less products the better, just so that things aren't getting lost, mixed up, or there's too much stuff. I also have my eyeshadow palettes in here because those are the main star of the show, girl. You don't want these to break on the plane. I've got a nice colorful one, which I think is a must-have on vacation. Having something that's fun and bright and colorful as an option is really good. Even if you don't wear colors very much, why not? You're on vacation. Have some fun, girl. Be different. Now, I did have one more thing I'm bringing, and that is, of course, the James Charles Morphe palette. I had to. Look at this palette. It's just perfect for traveling. It's got everything you need. Now, you're probably thinking, Leah, why not just bring that palette and none of the other ones? Well, I can't. I love makeup too much, and I need to have options, I'm very picky. But that is one thing I do suggest for you traveling. If you can, try to bring only one or two eyeshadow palettes. If you have this palette or any other Morphe palette or just a big palette with lots of choices, try to only bring that and maybe one other one, whatever you need to do. Just bring as little as possible. Again, it's just efficient. Okay, so there you go. There is how I pack all my makeup and everything. Now, obviously, once you get to the hotel or wherever you're going, it's not really gonna stay that organized, you're gonna have things taken out and put places. The best thing I could suggest is as you're doing your makeup, put things back in the bag from where you got it. When you're not at home in your own little space doing your thing, it's just harder to keep things in place and you don't want to lose anything. That's my biggest fear when I do go places with my makeup is I don't want anything to get left behind, and that's why I kind of do it this way. It's just so I know where everything is. It's just not helpful to just pile everything into one bag and then go. I don't see how that's that's helpful for anybody. So that's why everything's separated and just trying to make sure things stay as clean and as neat and as organized as possible. You might want to reevaluate what you're bringing. I did that 3 times total. I had to go back in, go through everything, and I had to take out a huge chunk of makeup that I just realized I didn't need to bring. So that's always a good thing to do too. If you're feeling like you've got too much or your bag might weigh too much, because I know certain flights or most of them have weight restrictions, be careful and make sure you're not bringing what you don't need. I know I said this a few times in this video, but I was packing basically for myself and my best friend. She loves to have her makeup done, but she doesn't really do it herself. So therefore, she doesn't have the same collection that I do, which is why I was kind of the makeup person on this trip. I was the makeup artist. I was doing mine and her makeup, and I was also bringing all of the makeup. So I did have an excessive amount. If it was just me for the trip or just my makeup I had to worry about, I obviously would not have brought this much. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was useful in some sort of way. I don't know, maybe I don't know. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. Lets me know that you like what you're seeing. Also, don't forget to subscribe. You know, why not? Why not subscribe? Hit that bell. You'll get notified whenever I post. And yeah, stay flawless, guys.